বেদ পুরাণ দি রাগের অনুবাদী নব অনুরাগিতা দেয় রে ফেরে অনুরাগ যা বাধাই আছে তা Hi everyone. So this is the first workshop from Safar Suroon that we have started, and we have been discussing. It's a collaboration project between Pakistan and Bangladesh, supported by British Council, and we have been doing some talks online, who all of you have been a part of, and now this is the first workshop that we are starting. And today's subject that I am sort of covering is the Baul of Bengal and the Baul music of Bengal. So I had done a small presentation a month back, which happened to be a British Council project also. And it was a presentation on the folk music of Bangladesh, where I sort of focus on the general folk music of Bangladesh with little focus on Baul music and instrumentation, basically. So I had a number of instruments which I sort of displayed. Today's presentation will be slightly different. It will be an hour long, but we focus more on the philosophies and the song, the philosophy and the song side of it, the music side of it, that comes with the philosophy. So even though this will focus a bit differently, I will still touch a couple of subjects that I have mentioned at the beginning of the previous presentation workshop that we did. So in Bangladesh, there are more than 100 kinds of folk music that are there, and very broadly, if we divide this, we can divide this into two parts, which is Loko Jogan, which is the song of the villages, and the other is Baul Gan, which is more mystic, more philosophical, and the philosophical side of folk that we have. So my experience has been mostly on Lalon Fakir, who is a saint, poet, and a mystic poet who lived about 150 years ago in Kushtia. So I don't want to explain too much about Lalon Fakir. If you Google Lalon Fakir, you will find details on Lalon Fakir. So I will not take up time on that. What I want to focus on is his words, his philosophies, and how it's connected to Sufism and some other philosophies, and how sort of we see it, perceive it in Bangladesh and Bengal. So enough about background. If I want to go straight into the subject today, I have actually sort of divided Lalon Fakir's philosophies or general Baul Tattos into 6 divisions. So 6 divisions, starting with Guru Tattva, Deho Tattva, Atto Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Jaat Dharma, and Doinogan. So if I just explain a little bit about each. Guru Tattva is the school of thought or the philosophy regarding the relationship between a guru and a shishya. So it's sort of self-explanatory. Deho Tattva is the philosophy of the body and how the entire world can exist within the human body, which is an amazing phenomena. And the Bauls practice a lot of bodily practices, including yoga, to sort of do their sadhanas in Bangla, as you say. Uh, then going to Atto Tattva, where one talks, Lalon Fakir or a Baul philosopher will talk about the searching of oneself within oneself. So know thyself, to say in English, and that is how you can find and look for the bigger truth. And through finding yourself, through finding your existence, you can find your creator and the existence of creator within oneself. So that's Atto Tattva. Krishna Tattva or Goshtogan can be referred to as songs that refer to the love and the stories between Radha and Krishna. How uh, Radha has always been longing for Krishna's love and waiting, and she's never happy how Krishna has sort of reacted in return and has not been very loyal to Radha. Uh, After that, we talk about Jaat Dharma, which is the indifference of religion that Lalan Fakir talks about, meaning that beyond the title, whether I am a Muslim, I am a Hindu, or whatever religion I'm in, basically we are people as human beings, we are the same people. Uh, so that is about Jat and Dharma, and I'll of course sing a couple of songs in that line. And to end with is Doino Gan, which is the songs for the praise of the Creator. So that's one part. So I not talking. I've been talking, and I think I should start off with the Guru Tattva Lalan Fakir song. So the instrument that you see in my hand is a dotara, and it can be 4-string, 5-string instrument. It's a fretless instrument, and it's one of the most common instruments of Bengal to sing. It works as accompaniment and works as a solo instrument. I will be mostly playing this instrument. In the process, I will be sort of singing other songs in some different instruments, just to show that okay, other instruments are played in certain ways with baul songs. So we start with Guru Tattva, and the song that comes to my mind তোমার দয়া বিনে গুরু তোমার দয়া বিনে গুরু তোমার দয়া বিনে গুরু চরণ সাধব কেমনে দয়াল সাধব কেমনে ও গুরু দোহাই তোমার মনকে আমার লগো সুপথে. So, Guru, without you, I am nothing and I can go nowhere. So, keep me directed, keep me in the path and take me forward. তুমি যার হগো সদয়, সে তোমারে সাধনি পায়. তুমি যার হগো সদয়, সে তোমারে সাধনে পায়. দেহের বিবাদিগণ, দেহের বিবাদিগণ সব সে রয় তোমার কৃপাতে. লগো সুপথে. গুরু দোহাই তোমার, মন কে আমার লগো সুপথে. So here one student, the Shishya, is saying, Guru দোহাই তোমার, মনকে আমার লগো সুপথে. Take me to the right path, guide me to the right path. Without you, I'm nothing. So Guru Tattva can be divided into two parts between Guru Tattva. One is a Guru Tattva where the Shishya is looking for advice. This is Shishya Tattva, and when the Guru is giving advice, it's Guru Tattva. So here I sang a Shishya Tattva where the Shishya is looking for advice from the Guru. At the same time, if we talk about a Guru Tattva song, this is not a lalon, this is a Bhava Bagla song that comes to my mind right now. I don't have this scripted. I'm actually, I have some pointers written and how I will run this today's presentation. But as we go along in the pointers, I'm actually depending on my memory and my experience for the songs that I'm sort of presenting in front of you. So to refer to a Guru Tattva by Bhava Pagla from the other side of Bengal. নদী ভরা ঢে বুঝো না তোকে কেন তোরি নিজে বাউ বাউ রে. নদী ভরা ঢেউ বাইতে জানো না কেন ধরো হাল, মন মাঝিটা তোর হলো মাতাল. বাইতে জানো না কেন ধরো হাল, মন মাঝিটা তোর হলো মাতাল. বুঝিয়ে বলো তারে যেতে হবে পারে, বুঝিয়ে বলো তারে যেতে হবে পারে, অবেলার বেলা পানে চাও চাও হে নদী ভরা ঢেউ, নদী ভরা ঢেউ, বোঝো না তো কেউ কেন তোরি নিজে বাও বাও রে নদী ভরা ঢেউ. So the river is full of waves. বুঝো না তো কেউ, you don't understand. কেন তোরি নিজে বাও বাও রে. Why are you riding the boat yourself? You don't know the river, and you don't know the ocean, and the risks, and the which way to sort of maneuver yourself to. So you need a guru, you need a kandari, you need a person, a captain of the ship who will guide you through your life, through your thoughts. So this is the other side of Guru Tattva, which is an actual Guru Tattva, where it's an advice to the Shishya, where we sort of which way to go. Once that I'm saying Guru Tattva and Deho Tattva and other things, they are all also sometimes mixed in one song or the other. We go on to Deho Tattva, and Deho Tattva speaks about the world, the existence of the world in your human body. And I cannot go into very much details regarding Deho Tattva because there are some philosophies that are only shared between the Guru and the Shishya. There are some practices. So unless one person is accustomed with Baul music and the understanding of it, it may be irrelevant, or some people may misunderstand. So there are some practices and some topics regarding bodily fluids and other practices that Bauls sort of practice, which I'm not going to get into. But the human body is an amazing miracle that the Creator has created, and we are doing everything based on what we have here and what we want in life, the peace, the tranquility. It remains inside you. So in any external object, any external things like money, possession, and your assets will not take you or make you happy in the true sense, which you can only get by looking and searching for yourself and your Creator within yourself. So Lalan Fakir says, Ache mojar. I'm staying in the same rag the last 3 songs, which is sort of based on Bhurabi. Karkhana bhai Ache mojar karkhana Dil doriyar majhe Ache mojar karkhana Dil doriyar majhe দেহের মধ্যে নদী আছে সেই নদীতে বান ডেকেছে দেহের মধ্যে নদী আছে সেই নদীতে বন ডেকেছে বান ডেকেছে ছয়জন তার সিন্ধি কেটেছে ছয়জন তার গুণ টেনেছে হাল ধরেছে একজনা দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে আছে মজার কারখানা দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে রে ভাই দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে দেহের মধ্যে বাড়ি আছে সেই বাড়িতে চোর ঢুকেছে ভাই চোর ঢুকেছে দেহের মধ্যে বাড়ি আছে সেই বাড়িতে চোর ঢুকেছে চোর ঢুকেছে ছয়জন তার সিন্ধি কেটেছে ছয়জন তার সিন্ধি কেটেছে ঘরে চুরি করে একজনা দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে আছে মজার কারখানা দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে Just singing it, I remember that, Lavan Fakir's songs have been transcended over the century through the word of mouth and from guru to shishya. It's never been sort of written down properly, and the notations have not sort of been, laid out in books by any academy. Songs have traveled from Kushtia to Pabna to Sylhet to other places, and of course finally to Shantiniketan and the other side of Bengal. And in this process they have taken up different melodies and different notes from different areas of Bengal. So by the time it has reached a certain distance, it has changed its form into a completely different song. But the lyrics sort of remains the same, which is sort of the main. The melody was not the main thing because it was used as a carrier of the words and a carrier of the philosophy. So the same song. Ore duble pore roton pabi, ore bhasle roton pabi na, দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে দেখলাম আজব কারখানা ওরে ডুবলে পরে রতন পাবি ওরে ভাসলে রতন পাবি না রে দিল দরিয়ার মাঝে দেখলাম আজব কারখানা. So which one is right and which one is wrong? I'm no one to judge. For me, whatever gives me pleasure, whatever raises my soul above is good for me. I'm no one to judge after 150 years that who is right and who is wrong. I'm not a researcher and I don't claim to be an authority on Lavan Fakir. I'm a musician who has been sort of involved with this kind of music for the last 15-20 years. But I have spent a lot of time with the Shadhoks and the Bauds of Bengal, traveling from different districts to go and attend sadhu sangos, where the philosophies are talked about and music is sort of goes on for 3 days. So whatever I'm saying today is no way a class on Lalon Fakir, but I'm sharing my experience of how I see Lalon Fakir and how how it has affected me and my understanding of it. Uh, and then we move on from uh, Deho Tattva. Did I have any other? Oh, I was mentioning that some there are some crossovers between different tattvas where one song represents two tattvas. So the next song that I think I can connect the Guru tattva and the Deho tattva in one song can be Prem Dubaru na hole mi ওরে বাঁধবে না রে জলে ডুবে দেখ না রে প্রেম নদীর জলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে জেলে জুতেল বর্ষেল আদি ভ্রমিয়ে চার যুগবধি কেউ তারে না পেলে খার করে মিন রহে চিরদিন খার করে মিন খার করে মিন রয়ে চিরদিন প্রেম সন্ধি স্থলে ও সে প্রেম সন্ধি স্থলে ডুবে দেখ না রে প্রেম নদীর জলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে খেলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে. So here Lalon at the last part goes on saying স্বরূপ স্বরূপ শক্তি প্রেম সিন্ধু মিনবতার দীন বন্ধু সিরাজ সাই তাই বলে স্বরূপ শক্তি প্রেম সিন্ধু মিনবতার দীন বন্ধু সিরাজ সাই তাই বলে শোন রে লালন মলি এখন শোন রে লালন শোন রে লালন মলি এখন গুরু তত্ত্ব ভুলে ওরে গুরু তত্ত্ব ভুলে ডুবে দেখ না রে প্রেম নদীর জলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে খেলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে খেলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে. So here Lalon Fakir is saying ডুবে দেখলারে প্রেম নদীর জলে মিন রূপে সাই খেলে. So if you dive down into the love of river, you will see that fishes are moving in the form of God. So it's in this human body, these fishes are moving, and the existence of the creator is nowhere but within, but for you to search and find out. So we are, we have gone to Deho Tattva and Guru Tattva. The next philosophy that I would go on next into is Atto Tattva. And Atto Tattva speaks about the philosophy of self, the search for oneself. And once you find yourself, through yourself, you can find your guru. And through the help of the guru, you can look for your creator. And in Marfat, this is something that is very important, the guidance. So I remember a small story, and if I may, uh, this is a small story. It's quite a common story about Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. So one day he was sitting in his mosque, and he was a Maulana. He was teaching his students, and while during the class, uh, Shams Tabrizi came down and saw his student teaching kids Quran. And Tabriz was a madman, like Shiraz Shahin for Lalon Shahi. Shams Tabrizi was a madman and was a guru of Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. And when he saw Jalaluddin Rumi, teaching his students, he thought he would wait and come up after he finished and talk to him after he finished. In the meanwhile, while waiting for Rumi, he fell asleep, and he was not aware that his feet was facing towards the Qibla, and the Muslims sort of pray towards the Qibla. So Rumi got a bit disturbed and in discomfort and waited for his guru to wake up. And when he did, he very politely asked him that, Guru, I know that you must have your explanation and you must have your understanding behind what you do. But, I am a Maulana and I teach my students. And when you come here, and if you're, sleeping in the mosque, putting your feet in the direction of the Qibla, my students will misunderstand me and they will not obey me, because that's something that is prohibited in Sharia and prohibited in Islam, to put your feet towards God. So yes, for general people, it is the rule, and it is the way of how to sort of carry yourself in a mosque or anywhere for that matter. So Tabriz starts laughing and says that, Rumi, you have become a Maulana, but you have not understood what needs to be understood. You're not understanding what needs to be understood. And he says, okay, fine, I will move my feet from the direction of the Qibla where you say it's not right. So Rumi, take my feet and put it in the direction where your God is not there. Just think of it. So Rumi is telling Tabrizi is telling Rumi that, okay, take my feet and put it in any direction you want, but make sure your God is not in that direction. And then Rumi understood where Tabrizi was coming. It was not the disrespect for God for which Rumi was doing or acting the way he was doing, but God is everywhere. So the respect for the God respect for Allah cannot come from just hands or feet. It has to come from inside. So if the respect is there, it will be there. Of course, the Sharia is there, and it's good to follow the rules. But there are some things which are beyond logic, beyond what us commoners understand. So this world of philosophy, this world of mysticism talks about that. This world of Sufism talks about that, and the search of God within oneself. There, one does not need to look for God in a mosque or an external place. Of course, going to a mosque that will pray, but the searching has to be inside. The God will reveal itself when one finds himself. And one line comes to my mind of Shaiji. अपना अपनी फना होले সে ভেদ জানা যাবে কোন নামে ডাকিলে তারে কোন নামে ডাকিলে তারে হৃদাকাশে উদয় হবে আপনায় আপনি ফানা হলে সে ভেদে জানলা সো আপনা আপনি ফানা হলে if it only reveals itself সে ভেদ জানা যাবে that difference can be understood the difference can be measured inside internally আরবি ভাষায় বলে আল্লাহ ফারসিতে কয় খোদা তাআলা আরবি ভাষায় বলে আল্লাহ ফারসিতে কয় খোদা তাআলা গড বলেছেন যিশুর চেলা গড বলেছেন গড বলেছেন যিশুর চেলা ভিন্ন ভাষায় ভিন্ন ভাবে আপনায় আপনি ফানা হলে সে ভেদ জানা যাবে So in Arabic you say Allah, in Farsi you say Khuda. God is called by the followers of Jesus and they're called in different languages, but are they different? Are different, have different creators created us all? Like someone has created the white, someone has created the black, someone has created the brown. If you cut through the skin, the color of the blood remains same. The life can end in 1 second and there is no guarantee. And it cannot be that the same species, human, has been created by different creators. It's not a car model that, you know, different brands that you're creating. It's the same thing. It's human beings. And so there's one creator. For me, my Allah. For someone else, it can be something else. It's not my headache. If they can find it their way, it's a good. It's their success. Who am I to judge? Another song that comes into mind, I have done it. I'll be changing the instrument a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm not being able to read any comments right now because I'm trying. This is a difficult subject that I'm talking on, and you know, at the end now we have sort of gone through about half an hour, 40 minutes. In about 15 to 20 minutes time, I will try to look at some of the comments and reply to some of the questions you may have, or try that later on. But now if I try to do that, I will lose my trail of thought. So I will just try and go in one go. Sorry. আমি পাইতাম যদি ওরে মনের মানুষ পাইতাম যদি মনের মানুষ সাধিতাম তার চরণ ধরে, মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। আমার মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। পাইতাম যদি মনের মানুষ, পাইতাম যদি মনের মানুষ সাধিতাম তার চরণ ধরে, মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। আমার মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। সাধুর হাতে কাচারি হয়, অর্ধ মন্ডে ঘুরে বেড়ায়। সাধুর হাতে কাচারি হয়, অর্ধ মন্ডে ঘুরে বেড়ায়। ছয় জনাইমি শীতে না দেয়, ছয় জনাইমি শীতে না দেয় মনের মানুষ ধরি কি করে, মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। আমার মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না রে। So I'm not singing the full songs of each ones because I want to sort of refer to and cover a number of songs that I have in my mind, and I have a small list, and of course things are coming outside of that as well. But if I go on a performance stream, one song can last 7 minutes to 9 minutes, as there are 3 verses. So I'm trying to stick to a verse and just give you an idea. So it says, আমি পাইতাম যদি মনের মানুষ সাধিতাম তার চরণ ধরে, if I could find the man of my heart, I would fall on the feet. And then I say to myself, মনের মানুষ চিনলাম না, I could not recognize the man of the heart, man inside me, or the spirit inside me. So the man inside me can refer to my spirit, the my creator, my guru. It can vary from different song to different song. But in this case, I'm talking and referring and using this song to explain Atto Tattva, which is the philosophy in the school of thought of the self, and how one can find oneself internally and not externally going somewhere else. So moving on, the next subject that I would like to talk about is Krishna Tattva. Krishna Tattva from Baul and Baulism has taken a lot from Hinduism, from Tantra, from Vaishnava, from Sufism. So it's a mixture of different cults, religions, different school of thoughts, and it has sort of submerged and come together into a separate philosophy, is the Baul philosophy. And in Baul in Baul philosophy, one of the things that cover it vastly, or is sort of uh, covers a lot of Baul music, is songs about Radha and Krishna, both on this side and that side of Bengal. And so I would like to take this opportunity to sing one song of Radha and Krishna. It's not a Lalon song. I'm not singing a Goishtogan. Uh, আগে যদি জানিতাম তবে না জল নিতাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম। ওরে হেরি আসে রূপের ছবি, হেরি আসে রূপের ছবি, জাতকুলো মানারাইলাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম। ওরে যমুনার ঘাটে গিয়া আমি ভুবন মোহন রূপ দেখিয়া গো, ওরে যমুনার ঘাটে গিয়া আমি ভুবন মোহন রূপ দেখিয়া গো, আরে মানে না ঘরে আসিয়া, মানে না ঘরে আসিয়া কি জ্বালাতে পড়িলাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম। আগে যদি জানিতাম তবে না জল আনিতাম, যমুনার ঘাটে সখী আর না যাইতাম। So here Radha is saying that if I knew before that Krishna wouldn't come, I wouldn't have gone, because Radha is waiting for Krishna to come, to arrive, and Krishna never shows up because he has too much love and too much engagement to leave and come back to Radha. So this has sort of uh, a lot of philosophers, sadhaks of another song that comes to mind from the region of Sylhet by Sufi Durbin, Sadhu Durbin Shah. নির্জন যমুনার কুলে বসিয়া কদম্ব তলে, বাজায় বাঁশি বন্ধু শ্যামরা, বাজায় বাঁশি বন্ধু শ্যামরা। Krishna was also known to play the flute, and because of which all people would be attracted to him, his beautiful flute, and he would when he was younger, he used to take out cows and be a rakhal, who the person who's with the stick taking care of the cows and guiding them around. So in the banks of Jamuna, Krishna is doing his work, taking the cows out, and Radha is waiting that when will he come, and when will he come to my house. Uh, Another song that comes to mind, Tumra kunjo sajao go, আজ আমার প্রাণ না আসিতে পারে, দিলে চাহে মন চায়, দিলে চাহে মন চায়, প্রাণ চায় তারে তোরা কুঞ্জ সাজাও গো, আজ আমার প্রাণ না আসিতে পারে, তোমরা কুঞ্জ সাজাও গো, আজ আমার প্রাণ না আসিতে পারে, তোমরা কুঞ্জ সাজাও গো. So Radha is telling her friends, please arrange the room, please decorate the room. Aaj amar pranonath, my lover, my love, my heart may come today. So she's not sure whether Krishna will come, but in the hope of Krishna coming, she's telling her friends, her shokhis, to decorate the room, to welcome Krishna. If he comes, he must be happy and must be surprised that everyone is waiting for him, she's waiting for him, and these arrangements have been made. Going on to the next subject, in terms of tattva, is Jaat Dharma, and I have I think I've sung this one song before in Attotattva, কোন নামে ডাকিলে তারে হৃদাকাশে উদয় হবে, আপনায় আপনি ফানা হলে এ ভেদ জানা, সে ভেদ জানা যাবে. তো জাত is a caste, is a cult, or a type of background of people, where people are coming from, identity. For me, I am a Bengali Muslim, that is my Jaat. And there are Bengali Hindus, there are Bengali Christians, and of course within Bengali there are different sects of people who come from different religion and backgrounds. And Lalon Fakir saw not the difference, but the indifference between all these people. Lalon Fakir saw the useless fighting which we do between our religions, and try to put ourselves above the other. And Lalon Fakir talked about against these, and talked about things that is even relevant 150 years from then. Today we still are holding placards and saying Black Lives Matter, this matters, that matters, between Hindus, Muslims, between countries. So this is still going on. And 150 years ago, what was relevant and what was contemporary for Lalon Fakir is still relevant and contemporary for us. And that's how timeless Lalon Fakir is. So আসবার কালে কি জাত ছিলে, এসে তুমি কি জাত নিলে. So what was your identity when you came to this world? You were just a naked soul, naked baby, with no label given. And what will you be when you leave? You can take nothing with you, and you will just take yourself and just your body. You've come with your body, and you will go back with your body, and that's all you have to take back. আসবার কালে কি জাত ছিলে, এসে তুমি কি জাত নিলে, কি জাত হবা যাবার কালে, কি জাত হবা যাবার কালে, সে কথা ভেবে বলো না, জাত গেল বলে, এ কি আজব কারখানা, জাত গেল বলে. গেল জাত গেল বলে একই আজব কারখানা জাত গেল বলে So Lalan Fakir here is saying that how you have come, what you have become here, and how will you go. If you just think of these three things, I think it's not very complicated to understand the indifference between us humans, the indifference between how we should behave towards each other and be more tolerant for other philosophies, other ideas, for other religions. So this is the beauty of Lalan Fakir, of how he has seen all these things which is still relevant today, and still we are struggling with these problems. So I think we have passed about 45 minutes, more than that. We're towards the end of today's discussion. I still want to look at some, before I have one subject left, which is Doinogan, that I want to go into. But just before that, I'd like to look into the time situation. And yes, we are nearly an hour, close to an hour. So I must end quickly, and I'm hearing sound is a bit low. Unfortunately, we've gone through most of the show without increasing it. I don't know how it can change now, because I'm going through one microphone. The levels can go up a little bit. So we are at the end of today's presentation with Doinogan, and Doinogan is where one praises the creator and sort of feels nothing in front of the creation. So it's very difficult to sort of translate Lalan Fakir and sort of these metaphors and philosophy. So I know I'm trying very hard, and I know I'm failing terribly, but someone has to keep on going. So the last bit, we are coming to Doinogan, the song that I want to end with, and I want to remember my teacher, Rob Fakir, through whom I have learned so much of Lalon songs, philosophies, and generally about life. He's not with us anymore, and he left us in 2016. And I've learned a lot of dotara playing, singing, and general all of this. I had the opportunity to tour the UK and different parts of the world with him in international festivals, and so it was an experience for me to learn from him. And this is a song that he used to sing. Ahornishi mayar thushi জ্ঞান চক্ষুতে জ্ঞান চক্ষুতে সেরূপ চিনিতে সাধ্য কিরে আমার সেরূপ চিনিতে অহর্নিশি মায়ার ঠুসি জ্ঞান চক্ষুতে জ্ঞান চক্ষুতে সেরূপ চিনিতে সাধ্য কি রে আমার সেরূপ চিনিতে আমি আর রচিন একজন একই জায়গায় থাকি দুইজন আমি আর রচিন একজন একই জায়গায় থাকি দুইজন থাকতে ফেরে লক্ষ যোজন থাকতে ফেরে লক্ষ যোজন না পাই দেখিতে সেরূপ চিনিতে সাধ্য কি রে আমার সেরূপ চিনিতে সাধ্য কি রে আমার সেরূপ চিনিতে at the end I just wanted to end this with this song. This is a doino gan from Fakir Lalon Shah, and putting oneself very much in the place that who am I am not even a drop of an ocean, and how can I find you, where can I find you? But it is the journey, I think, which is the most important, this searching journey and the moving behind it, following it. I think it's more important than finding it. Yes, if the journey is correct, the intention is correct, and the respect is there for the process and for the philosophy, I think one can reach their goal. It can be different things, but one can reach their goal. I have talked on a very difficult subject today, which is, Lalon Fakir is not an easy topic to, sort of talk, about, and especially to translate in English and talk in a different language. It's not easy for me at all. I apologize to a lot of my Bangladeshi listeners and my fans who are not, I'm sure, not finding it comfortable listening to this in English, but this is a British Council project, and there's an international audience who is there, who are watching this show. So the purpose of doing this workshop and this is also to take the word of Lalon Fakir, folk of Bengal, not to just people in Bangladesh, but people who are listening to us from Pakistan, from the UK and the rest of the world. I'm very grateful to British Council and everyone who's involved in this project. There is Shallum Xavier, who is my other moderator, present, and sort of the organizer of this whole thing. There's Wakas, who is sort of managing the whole thing, and I'm grateful to them for having me a part of this whole collaboration thing and giving me an opportunity to talk, sing, and discuss about the creative side of life. We have been doing this for the last couple of weeks. We have done 2 talks. This is the first workshop, and there will be 2 more talks. So every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we are trying to do a talk and then a workshop. And I have invited some other artists for the Bangladeshi panel. I had guests for the first show. I had Nobonita Chaudhuri and Arif Baul. For the second show, I had Armin Musa and Nazrul Islam. So next week there will be another talk, not the workshop. And after the talk, there will be a workshop, probably from somebody from Pakistan. And then from our side, Nobonita will be holding a workshop. So this is a continual process. We are sort of working on this project and discussing and trying to have a dialogue between artists from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, to have a cultural dialogue and how we can sort of move forward and create projects and work with each other in these trying and difficult times. Corona and the pandemic situation has sort of put everything on pause. But us as artists and musicians, we have to keep ourselves active, keep ourselves moving, with different projects, and this is one of the avenues that we have sort of reached out, and this is something that we are doing as a part of this pandemic situation. We'd love to do it online, physically, if people from Pakistan could come to Bangladesh and do these sort of interactions properly in a proper studio. But unfortunately, we cannot do this because of the pandemic, and so ultimately we will be sort of recording a song which is produced by myself and Shallum, Xavier, and we will be featuring artists both from Pakistan and Bangladesh. So I thank all of you for being with me for so long, bearing with me for so long. This is not an easy subject or a very catchy subject to sort of sit 1 hour, with. But whoever is there, I want to thank you. I don't think there's too much time for the comments situation, but I'm just reading now. I'm sorry that I could not hear or see the comments about sound before so much. What we will do is try to edit the audio, bring the levels up when this is uploaded on YouTube, and I will share this again on my page. So you will, if someone wants to see it again, we'll have a better version, hopefully. Thank you very much for having me. Safar Suroka is a beautiful project that we have, being a part with, that we're being a part of, and I hope this leads to not just a project song that we will do at the end of these sessions, but also a long time relationship between Pakistani musicians who are working on the other side, and hopefully we can do some music together. Actually, music has no language, music has no religion, and we would like to sort of excel and move forward with our ideas and creativity and put them together to form a friendship between two countries which has not been there for a long time due to different political reasons. But art and culture can be a good place where we can sort of collaborate, where we can come together, and I think this can be a positive impact on both our countries. I thank you everyone for listening and being there. I tried my level best to sort of share my experiences and my understanding of Lalon Fakir, Sufism, Vaishnav, and other things that I've talked about, and Baulism, which has been sort of the core and the sort of center of today's discussion. And I've tried to sing a line. It was not really a musical performance, so I was not really focusing on how beautifully I'm singing or how beautifully I'm playing my instrument. It was rather trying to sort of refer to different songs and explain them in bits and pieces. It's difficult to translate metaphors and similes and stuff like that. But I've tried my level. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope we meet again in different platform, in a different stage. And please be with us for the whole process of Safar Suroka. Keep a lookout on my page. There's much more exciting things coming, not just workshop from Bangladesh, but also for a workshop from fantastic musicians from Pakistan. So thank you very much for being here. Signing off, Labik Kamal Gaurob. Thank you, British Council. Thank you, Arts Council Birmingham, for funding this project and engaging us in this creative dialogue. I hope this we can continue this for a long time. Thank you very much. Signing off, Labik Kamal Gaurob. Thank you everyone for listening.